Hey guys, Dracofunk here, and normally we do a cold open because we talk for like an hour or some time before an episode, but we're not doing that today. And this is the normal time we release our 4-drink minimum, and we missed a week because we're people and we have stuff. And so what we're going to do is we're going to release this in place of this week's 4-drink minimum, which we did record a special episode of. And it was bad. I recorded it by myself. I did not subject anyone else to the torture I put myself through. And I decided this would be a better thing to release. So enjoy that.
Yeah.
Times were tough. So I sold my soul. I don't think I'll ever regain control. Devil looked me in the eye and I looked the other way. What else could I do? I just stared at the doorway and knew I'd rather be drunk with you.
The internet, Highway 47 is tying a bow on this. It's Star Trek Picard. What? I tripped over that word in a weird way, but whatever. We don't do retakes on this show. I'm Shaggy B, and with me is Dracofunk.
Hey.
Except for the retakes we've done. We do those. But we're watching Star Trek Picard, and we're wrapping up the series. This is Season 3, Episode 10, which, by all accounts, is the end of this series. And, forgive me for saying this, but I hope that is true. Because as much as I would be happy to see Next Gen continue forever, all good things must come to an end. And, things have to end. But yeah, Dracofunk's going to tell us all about this episode.
This episode is titled The Last Generation.
So this is the end of humanity. Interesting.
This episode aired April 20th, 2023.
So
we are
donors.
Also the day that Starship attempted its first launch.
Yeah, and blew up the ground under it. Because they didn't dig a hole. Anyway.
They have dug a hole now. Anyway, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Or not, there's a hole there now.
Anyway, this episode, currently we are just, we're a couple days out, but they've been stabilizing, but it could change still. It currently has an IMDb rating of 9.5.
Ooh.
So it's tied for the last episode.
It's tied with the last episode for the best Star Trek episode ever made. Which I stated on the commentary for the last one that I'm willing to accept that for that episode. So we'll see if this can match it.
It's going to be hard to live up to, especially, man, I don't know where they're going to go with this.
I don't know either. And yeah, I mean, this is the good kind of suspense. This isn't the what fresh hell are they going to shove down our throat. That there is the bad kind of suspense.
That's I swallowed my coffee wrong. And I tried to hide it, which made it worse.
Awesome. Well, speaking of other things you can do wrong, we're watching this on Paramount Plus. And while Dracofunk is trying desperately to breathe, I'll tell you how that works. What you do is you subscribe to the service, and then they raise the fees so that you pay more than you thought you were going to. And then they tell you have to pay even more than that in order to get this without ads, and so you pay that. And then you have access to this, but only for a limited time, because they're going to take it away and put it behind a different paywall, or take it away altogether and make you only buy media, and then have you subscribe to another service later. And the long game is that you're subscribed to everything and paying huge amounts of money, and that you forget that you have subscriptions. But anyway, in the meantime, you queue this up, and you hit play, and you hit pause, you bring it back to the beginning, and then we'll count you in, and then you just watch it right with us.
Yes.
Was that enough time?
No, but
cool.
It's fine.
I could bullshit some more.
No.
All right, well, let's get this going. This is Star Trek Picard, Season 3, Episode 10, and we'll start it together in 5, 4, 3...
Nope. I was trying to. I was trying so hard to get there, and the more you counted down, the harder I tried, the more it just was not going to happen.
For the viewers at home, it is 10:50 a.m. and I have a 1:00 p.m. call time, and
Okay,
that's
I'm
why
ready
I'm
now.
in a
I'm
hurry.
ready now. I'm
Yeah,
ready
it's
now.
like we can take more time than I'm allowed. Just I'm motivated. So anyway, this is Star Trek Picard, season 3, episode 10, whatever it was called, and we'll start it together in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh,
Oh
they
wow,
changed it.
they changed it to the Enterprise D. Nice, different sound too.
That's the first contact.
Yeah,
Oh, I even changed the splash screen.
that's wow.
Previously on.
He gonna do it.
He did it.
He did it.
I mean, I'm glad they brought Aunt Shelby back to die.
Yep.
Not
To die because of her own ego.
at least she called him 7.
Yeah.
So this was his secret project in Bay 12.
Mm-hmm. Did he say that in the last episode? They just dubbed it over.
No, he said it.
Oh, okay. The set a direct course for Earth. I don't remember him saying where they were going. Whoa. That's Walter Koenig.
It is.
Hmm.
I want to mention something that I appreciate.
Fucking love that Space Dock is the last stand. So fucking cool.
I want you to notice that the warp effect while the ship was the next generation warp effect, and not.
Yes. Yes, it was. It was not the one they've been using. I love when they make it canon that warp speed looks different at different timelines. I love that. And the detail in that model is in the spot. That's why the Great Red Spot is there.
That's why they need all the antennas. To get around the curvature of Jupiter.
Right. Ignite Jupiter. Basically a brown dwarf anyway. So what was your plan exactly?
Theme song. That's like the Super Cube from Armada.
Yeah, it is.
Armada 2. With comm towers.
Hey, phasers.
Yeah.
But
Hmm.
pretty clever, they're beaming them out.
Beaming them to where?
Sick bay, I would assume.
It would have been perfect if O'Brien would have been just standing there.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, guys. That's been done.
Yeah. Who's that guy? Okay, well, there we go. Gray uniform's pretty great. If anybody would know, he would. Uh,
Uh, who's gonna fly the ship? Hmm. How's this gonna end?
well, that would seem to indicate that they're going to die. Well, I have some old, like, next-gen phasers. Interesting. The beacon.
Maybe Janeway was more effective than she thought.
And the Borg all died of old age.
Hmm.
So we get action hero Picard one last time. And you still lost.
Oh man, I just lost.
Me too.
Hmm.
Oof.
She doesn't look so good.
No, none of them do. Rush break.
We're back. Woo! Hmm.
No, they still have that cloaking device. Yep.
That's a lot of torpedoes.
That's a lot of torpedoes. Space Dock is fucking badass.
Wow, Janeway really did him up.
Mm-hmm.
The Star Trek 2 sound effect again.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They're still using Divx.
Real player. That's a lot of phasers.
Oh.
To get through this door.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah, that's not good. Well, there goes Worf. Not the Enterprise D's strong suit.
Who's flying?
Geordi.
I guess Data.
Nice job, Doc. And that's the path to get there. The
Where's Billy D. Williams?
Yeah, really. Data could.
What episode of Next Generation was that?
What?
Where he's like, "What does your gut say?"
I don't remember. Shut the up is what I mean. Again, maneuverability, not this ship's specialty. This ship has 3 major flaws: maneuverability, shields, and antimatter containment.
Well, that's not good.
Oh, space dock. Ooh.
Oh. I always thought the Borg should have a British accent.
Yeah, definitely. No, so did they. That's why they simulated Picard in the first place.
Hmm. But you have to call it the dead zone.
I mean, it's what it's going to be soon. Sounded like a lie.
That's phasers too.
A very small part of it, granted.
A good portion of that is Beverly's fault.
Yeah.
You just wake up and realize he's Borg.
Yeah.
That probably hurt a little bit.
Probably. Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh! Now we've got problems.
To be fair, up until this point, she was the last one who flew the ship.
That is true. She's about to be the last one to fly it again. Oh, good. It raised up out of Jupiter, so it's not gonna, like...
Hmm. So did Starfleet lose most of its senior officers just now?
Probably, yeah.
Brought our son back. He's kind of been assimilated.
Ow, it hurts. Don't touch the. Okay.
Worf is like, I've been shot 3 times.
He's fine. He just dies there.
So what happened to the Enterprise F?
Good question. Oh, hey.
Oh, Tuvok. How's Alexander?
Yeah, really. Nobody calls it by their old ranks.
One year later.
Flash forward in time, huh? Interesting. Did you fix that antimatter containment problem that they've always had? Yeah.
Still got 10 minutes. Wonder if they're gonna do the signatures at the end.
I don't know.
Is that a sovereign?
I think so, yeah.
Is that the Titan?
They name it the Picard. Yeah, that one wasn't spoiled.
Oh, we're already up to G.
Well, F got launched and then immediately destroyed, so.
No, they said F was being decommissioned. Remember?
Oh, I don't remember. That's Enterprise for you. Off. Nice.
Is that a Lower Decks reference?
I think so, yeah. Orlando's down underwater.
Disney moved it.
Yeah.
I really hope that was just Brent Spiner.
I hope so.
Hmm.
Are they playing Texas Hold'em? Is that the
They're-
only
they're-
form of poker left?
No, they're playing Ryzen 6 cards,
Oh, okay.
whatever that is.
It's like Texas Hold'em, but there's one more.
I'm just saying that because that's what Jordy just said.
Oh, okay.
I've never quite understood their form of poker.
Well, they used to play different versions. They used to play stud and 5-card draw, and
Yeah. I'm just curious if they're gonna do the signature thing at the end.
I don't know.
Is this a mid-credit scene?
I think it is. Nice. Thought he died. We didn't need that scene, though. Like, we didn't need that at all. Why did they do that? Like, we didn't need that. Like, didn't have to have that.
Just curious. I just saw Jeff Russo. Is he of the Russo brothers?
I don't know.
Can't be the same person. And I don't know what they did. No, Jeff Russo is one of the composers.
Okay. They didn't have to have that last scene. Like, why did they do that? It was great, and then they did that. Like stop doing that. Not everything has to be a cliffhanger. You can end things. Just end it. Don't do that. Man. Ah. That annoys me.
Out of 10.
9.3. It's just
That's still really high.
It's yeah. I'm pissed off about the cliffhanger. No, I don't think it quite holds up to the episode before this, even before that. Granted, still fantastic, amazing, one of the best Star Trek episodes I've ever seen. But just a couple little things. Not sure how I feel about the gimmick of not giving Seven her line. I'm not really sure how I feel about renaming the ship to the Enterprise G. Seems a little much.
Okay. So
Yeah.
my thing is, I don't agree with name it the Enterprise G for a couple of reasons.
Yeah, I don't like it.
One, the Titan kind of became a hero ship being the Titan.
Exactly.
Like,
and it
the Sao
invalidates.
Paulo was like newly christened ship, hadn't done anything. Rename it the
Yeah.
Defiant, sure.
Right.
The presumably Yorktown was about to be decommissioned anyway. They were already building a replacement for it.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, rename it the Enterprise.
Yeah, and like, yeah, and the Titan was already the Titan A.
Yeah.
You know, so that just okay. Well, now they're just kind of playing loosey goosey with the names. Like that's not good. And if we are to accept that it's okay to make Star Trek about ships that are not named Enterprise, then you can't then go around and turn around and say, well, now it has to be the Enterprise, or else it doesn't matter. Like you can't have it both ways.
They could have totally just not had it been the Titan and put the Titan crew on it. Nobody would have thought anything less of it.
Or it could have just still been the Titan, but 7 of 9 commands it now. That could have been fine.
I mean, if they wanted to do a like rechristening of the ship Enterprise, they could have just put it could have been a new Neo Constitution class ship.
Yeah, or like a big ass flagship, like the Enterprise C, D, B, C, D, E, and F were.
I mean, the Constitution class was the state of the art flagship type in its day.
Well, yeah,
Not
true.
necessarily the A, because
Yeah,
but that was just because they needed to do something with Kirk and company.
Yeah.
Can't gel them, can't retire them.
They won't take a desk job, so yeah. Yeah, but I mean these are little tiny things. I'm really happy with the way that all the characters played out. I like Data, the way that they're doing Data. And I think all that credit has to go to Brent Spiner. I mean the writing of course is good, but like that could have gone badly if they didn't have someone the caliber of Brent Spiner to pull it off, which fortunately, they've always had him for Data, lore, and all the Soongs. So that's expected, but man, it shows just how good he is that he can make that work.
Always has.
Absolutely, yeah. And I like that they didn't take the cheap way out and make it the Patrick Stewart and Brent Spiner variety hour, like all of the next gen movies. Where
I want to mention that another actor did really well in this whole series.
Who's that?
Michael Dorn.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, he's
he's actually this is some of his best acting I've ever seen him do.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, everybody did great. Like, I mean, I completely believe Geordi the whole time. Like, there's nobody in this that I'm like, eh. Even Marina Sirtis seems more like Deanna Troi than she did in the couple of the movies.
They let her be more Marina Sirtis.
Yeah.
Like Counselor Troi has become Marina Sirtis. Like I feel like the first couple seasons they dialed her back on The Next Generation. In the movies, they kind of let her be herself.
Yeah.
which should have done throughout the entire Next Generation series. Her
I think so.
character
Yeah,
would have been better.
and I mean that character Troy is really just kind of sober Marina Sirtis. Like Marina Sirtis at a job interview, you know,
Mhm.
which I don't know. Maybe the director for this said, yeah, just be you, but as though you're auditioning, you know, or as though you're, you know, like. And she went, oh right, you know, because that worked well. Yeah. I'm pleased. This one did it. Like this one accomplished what
This made everything else worthwhile.
I don't know if I'm gonna go that far, but it redeemed it for sure. Like yeah, I feel the same thing you're feeling, but I process it a little differently.
Mhm.
And it makes me feel like a lot of it was a waste of time. Like the whole JJ verse. Like now we know they could make this, you know. It's like, yeah, this is, and I played through the campaign on Star Trek Online, once, but you know I paid attention to it, and like going back 15 years from today, like. And I'm referencing all this for a reason, but Star Trek Online was kind of the continuation of next gen canon that the fans want, right? And and you know they couldn't get it made on TV, and so they did all this, and they got the blessing of the copyright holders and all that stuff to further things in a way that made sense with next gen, and this season of Picard feels like it picked up where Star Trek Online left off. And there's a lot of absolute blatant, like straight up, you know, definite connections. Like the Enterprise F, that ship was designed for Star Trek Online. I don't know if the Titan A was in there, but like the uniforms that they're wearing are from Star Trek Online. The communicator badges and everything. Like it's absolutely directly pulled from that.
Actually, weren't those from All Good Things?
No, not exactly. The All Good Things uniforms were. Remember?
You cut out there, but
They were a solid color.
I meant just the badges.
Yeah, the badges I think were, yeah.
So I think Online took. Here's the thing: Star Trek Online took cues from the show to continue the story, which made sense.
Right, and then
made it canon, which is why this is canon. And
yeah, this is respecting that, and so.
I know you don't like it, but Lower Decks does that too. But they have to do all the other cheeky.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, and they do pretty well at it. I don't know. It just seems like we were pussyfooting around with all this extra bullshit for for all this time, and it's like, well, here's the story, you know, and yeah, I don't know.
I'm curious though, because at the beginning of this, didn't Patrick Stewart say it's not really going to be like a Next Generation reunion?
I think he said that in season 1 or 2, didn't he?
I thought he said that before season 1.
No, I don't know.
But I guess he changed his mind.
Well, I mean, I think
not that I'm sad about it.
Yeah, I think it made clear that that's what it needed. I mean, you know, like the story of the Next Generation was always that they needed each other.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was always that they were a team, and I think trying to they spent that whole series and the movie writing on the fact that they all needed each other to work, and then they tried to get away from that, and you just can't do it with these characters. So I don't know. But I'm really pleased. Taking on the whole series of Star Trek Picard. I think if you look at it from that perspective, seasons 1 and 2 do complement season 3 better. But I don't know if it's in such a way that it's really must see to go back and watch them all. I think if all of season 2 was a 2-part episode within an episodic series, then sure, it would be good. But I don't think it stands alone as a 10-episode season, particularly not when you compare it to this one. Like, this is so much grander of a story and so much better executed that it really puts season 2 to shame. We did see the character of Picard grow tremendously from the beginning of season 1 to season 3, and that was nice. Yeah. Picard was worth seeing. Like, all of it was worth seeing. I think there's a lot of canon Star Trek that's out at this point that is skippable. But this was worth it.
I agree.
Yeah. Did we get your IMDb rating?
It's not my IMDb rating. It's my rating.
Your rating. Yeah.
I gave it, and I'm pretty sure I clicked off of it now. 9.4.
9.4. Okay.
I'm 1/10 of a point higher than you. 1/10 of a point lower than the last episode. But again, I think this was a good end to the series.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, join us next week for Star Trek the Animated Series.
Sure. Why not?
Well, we don't have Skrodrick, so
that's true. Well,
we're gonna probably take on the Mandalorian, but only with Skrodrick.
Sounds good. Well, I've got a call time in just under an hour, so
and
night,
I gotta pee really
right.
bad.
All right. Good night, everybody.